WV Uncommonplace. This podcast is a variety podcast that houses numerous series to cover mental health, empowerment, podcast framework, and various intimate theories to get to know the hosts. Along with occasional movies reviews and dives in pop culture with our event podcast episodes. The Uncommonplace digs into bringing guests on that stories don't fit the mold and are very different. WV stands for the great state of West Virginia, and every quarter we cover something in West Virginia. Stacey and myself, JR, are your hosts, so please come along for this venture to our uncommon place.
Welcome to West Virginia Uncommonplace. I'm JR, and today I have some West Virginians on the show finally. They're from parts that are kind of wild, Summersville, Charleston. Now, we'll have to talk about what part of Charleston and what part of Summersville you're from, because Summersville, even though people treat it like it's just one little road, you got to turn off the road and then you go into the real Summersville. The commercial stuff doesn't count. So you guys please introduce yourself, tell them about your podcast, and tell them why you care about each other.
Yeah, that's I'm Adam Jackson, obviously a host of Frank Opinions. I got my boy here.
I'm Brandon Tasker, host of Frank Opinions as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do those movie reviews, game reviews, TV shows, and the scores that go along with it.
Okay.
And happy to join a fellow West Virginian on here.
Oh, yeah, and it's great that y'all are out here podcasting. And one thing in our community that I do hate, I love West Virginia to death, is that we would never know each other if we hadn't come all the way to Florida.
100%.
We don't have an authority to just put us together. Even though those guys in Huntington that are the most famous podcasters could put us all together, they don't. So let me ask y'all this. What is it like podcasting in West Virginia?
Dude, it's rough. It's always, West Virginia, you'll hear a lot on the working side of it. It's close-knit. Everybody's out, for their neighbor. They're working for everyone else. But when you're out there grinding with, this social media stuff or this podcast or films or anything, it's like people, nah.
Yeah, it's just, everyone just looks at it,
Yeah, everybody's dead in the water. So, with me, I had to travel to wild locations, Harts, West Virginia. I had to go into Boone. I had to go into Logan County, sit up at the Walmart and say, hey, I got a podcast. Can I slap a sticker up everywhere? I set so many QR codes up in West Virginia, I'm probably in 40 of the 55 counties.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you grinding, man, because you went to some of the places unknown you were saying.
Yeah. So the key thing that I say to everybody, the only thing that we have that's really on our side is not even something that's statewide. Sheets will let you throw a QR code up in there, especially when you're over in Crosslanes, and you got the best sheets right there before you get to the Walmart, or if you're coming from the Walmart. So slap a QR code up there, but you already got one up there, I already know. So.
Yeah, and like you said, it's crazy that it's not put together, because there is content creators, like I said before we came in here, like you said, we didn't meet, but we're all within that state and could get together to do so much more for the state,
right, and
really put them on the map. I feel like congressmen and stuff like that need to look towards us to help them out. Yeah, because 100% relying on the scenery is awesome and the natural wonders, but you got to get that. You got to get more.
Right. And the thing that gets me too, and y'all can probably agree with me on this, is there's other podcasts that are centric around doing stuff strictly for West Virginia. Now, even though my title has West Virginia in it, I clearly state that I only do something every quarter. Mm-hmm. And the reason I do that is because, for me, looking at it when I got to the point where I started monetizing, West Virginia didn't show a brother no love.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I'm telling you, I probably took more no's from people that I do business with, some of the smaller businesses, and it took until I started messing with big business outside of the state, and mainly in Ohio. I hate to say it, Ohio is one of my biggest audiences in the state of Virginia to West Virginia, even though it's in my title, it's not even my top 10 listeners.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. I mean, it's sad too, because everybody should get behind that community mindset they like to drive, and just support your boys and girls.
Help each other out.
Hit the likes, the subscribes, the follows, even if you don't like that stuff.
Yeah.
Just hit it. What's it doing for you?
It don't cost anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It pops up on your feed every once in a while, and you're like, oh, they're still doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so let me give y'all some advice real quick, and this is advice I want y'all to keep running with this. We have a cinema back home called the Floor Corrine. It's hooked to Taylor Books. You guys review movies, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's time for y'all to move over into the independent realm. Get in touch with those guys. I'm just putting that on the air because they're a company.
Yeah.
And imagine this. You know they do intimate shows. It's like Saturday and Sunday. It's nothing crazy during the week. Imagine you guys connecting with them, and that's a connection that would be fruitful for independent films and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's awesome because thanks for the information because, like, we're always doing, like, they'll review, like, big box office stuff and then stuff that's been out. But, we're 100% open to any small indie films, short films, all that.
Oh, yeah.
But anything that's film industry, that's what we're about reviewing.
Right.
And getting it out there. So
another thing I'll do, too, before we leave is I'll give y'all connected with the Mountaineer something. I did something with them last year. They have a film festival in Clarksburg at their historic, because everywhere in West Virginia we have historic theaters that nobody uses.
Right.
Yep.
And they do something up there, and it's like a 3-day event, and they cover nothing but Appalachian films. And that could be something up y'all's alleyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So no doubt in that. So tell us how this show came into conception.
Yeah.
We need both of your stories. So tell yours first, Matt Hardy.
Yeah. So, basically how it happened, we knew each other for a long time. We gamed together for a long time. And really this podcast got born out of, we was in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 lobby with like a ground war. We had everybody, like 16 people in there with us.
Yeah.
And we're just ignoring them other 14, just carrying on back and forth. And then people's like, man, some funny stuff. Like, you guys are pretty hilarious dynamic together. You should get this out there. So we ended that game at 2 a.m. and was like, we probably could do this because I have my YouTube channel outside of the podcast, and then he's an author outside of that. So we was like, oh yeah, let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how'd your story follow each other?
I mean, that's pretty much,
You weren't sitting at home with a thing of Sunny Delight, overcharged, just talking?
No, I mean, we got off there and we just, like, looked up the podcast, like, equipment, mics and stuff, bought it, and then, boom, we started right there.
I had it all in my Amazon cart, and I'm like, I'm going to buy it, bro, because, like, I'm 34. He's 26.
Okay.
So I was a little bit further established than he was. So I've got this list of like less than $1,000 worth of equipment. And I'm like, I'm going to hit buy now. You screw me on this.
I'll come get you.
Oh, yeah. I'm driving back to Summersville and beating you with a Yeti mic.
So how do y'all record? Do you record remotely or together? How does that work out?
100% remote.
Yep.
And we'll get together for like Comic-Cons and stuff like that, and we'll do the live streams and go to festivals. But yeah, we're saying 90% of the time it's remote.
Okay, so are you guys going to be at the Lexington Comic-Con as media?
We're trying to get, that same guy does Huntington Comic-Con.
Right.
And we're trying to get in contact with him to see if we could, at least with Huntington, be like the official podcast of that Comic-Con. And try
something like that, yeah.
Or get a vendor's table. But I will tell y'all this, apply for the media passes.
Excuse me, I'm going to throw this in here. Go for Lexington. Fill it out now. We have media passes for there. We are super excited for this year.
Okay.
Huntington was kind of stiffy last year.
Yep.
But but that company does have a professional camera type thing that they do all their social media stuff on. But I don't think they have anybody that's just going to like sit there and talk about everything that's going on. Mm-hmm. Of course, you have your independent people. That is why they do their media thing. But what we're going to do the next time is we're going to probably purchase a booth.
Yeah, so we've had a booth at the Huntington one every year, like pre-COVID and then post-COVID when it came back.
No, I didn't see y'all the last time we were there when Kevin Nash was there. Well, no, look, the last time I've been, it was a year after Kevin Conroy died. Was y'all there that year?
Yeah.
It was the year before.
Yeah, because you was always like, I didn't get Kevin Conroy's signature.
Because I wanted to and I didn't, and
because you were sitting there like, it's just a voice. Like we'll get him again, and then he was like, You son of a bitch.
So something Batman related. Have y'all seen The Mask of the Phantasm?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have y'all covered it on your show yet?
Not yet. No.
I need y'all to cover that.
Yeah.
Get a copy
Okay.
of the 4K version and just watch it.
Yeah.
Something about it. When we
Okay.
were young kids, like the storyline in that is kind of grown up, man. Bruce Wayne was really going through some stuff.
Yeah.
I felt bad
Definitely.
for him.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty now. Something we do on the show, it's called the 2020 questions. We pay homage to the news magazine that came out when I was a kid. John Stossel's the comedic part, and y'all have already done enough comedy. Diane Sawyer asks poignant questions. She can ask you something and make you really think or shift your thoughts on things. She might even make you think that the earth is flat or not flat. To each his own on that one. But Barbara Walters, the late great Barbara Walters, she could ask you questions to make you personable. She can take you out of a picture frame and make you 3D or make you lifelike. So you two are on the hot seat. Are you ready?
Yeah, always.
Sure.
All right. So, what is his favorite color?
It'd be green.
What's his favorite color?
His favorite color? Pink.
Pink.
Wow. No.
I think it has to be pink. It's pink
not
everything.
It's red.
All right. So you two share something in common, right? It's video game related.
Yeah.
All right, but there's something that you both share in common that I found out about you both yesterday. And we share similar interests. Now, this same interest, right? My two nephews that I've gotten through marriage, they love this same game, and they holler about it. And they made the second version of the game is on Switch now, which I'm going to get it on Switch because just for whatever reason. But the other version, they enhanced it on Xbox One and PlayStation for fellow people. So if I ask you both, what's your favorite game? What's your favorite game?
I mean, it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, it's 100% Red Dead 2.
Arthur! I said that really loud. So we'll have to get y'all on the show. We'll have to just do a dig remotely about that and go into
Oh,
detail
yeah.
on that.
That's just
Because I'm a Rockstar guy. Like,
Yeah.
100%.
Listen, I still play Bully.
Yeah.
And I told you about table tennis.
It's an awesome game.
And if you don't have the table tennis, if you never played it, go pick it up.
Yeah.
Bro, crazy.
Yeah, Rockstar all the way, man.
So Rockstar all the way. And the way that they do stories now, I'll say this. Max Payne, and y'all may disagree with me on this, I can play 1 and 2 and be all right. But when I play 3, I have to make sure I have not touched the other 2. Because 3 is totally different. I start feeling like I'm playing like a Splinter Cell. Like, you know when Splinter Cell started getting hyped?
yeah.
It feels like the last Splinter Cell. They both real similar. So I have to play something that's in those veins. Now, let me ask y'all this. What is the most difficult game you've ever played? You got one.
Oh, I've got one because we play every game on extreme. We go right out of it and go straight to extreme. And probably the most recent game we played that topped as the hardest one because we had to back out of the hardest level. The first game we ever had to do that on.
Yep.
And he knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Because we spent a good 40 hours on the extreme mode and didn't get out of the first chapter.
What game was this?
Dying Light.
Wow.
Yeah, you go to extreme. Extreme is dark.
Oh, yeah. You can't see nothing.
Guy ain't got a lighter. Like, I'm in the woods, stuff's running around me. Because I got my setup at the house, you got the surround sound, you got the stereo, everything. You hear it passing you and all that. And I'm like, Brandon, where you at? And he's like, I don't know. And you look and you can kind of see the tag of him in the distance. And then it just disappears. Because he's dead. And I'm like, what got you? I don't know, man. It's coming for you. Book it.
So that's the hardest game for y'all?
Yeah, you turn that thing on extreme.
That's crazy.
You dial it back, turn the brightness up.
That's wild.
Yeah, because we always claimed, Activision with Call of Duty, listening in on us for decades playing. I felt like they targeted us specifically.
I still believe that.
No joke, because there's one song that was when we played Zombies that my brother would sing, and it was by the Violent Femmes called Day After Day.
Yep.
The worst song ever. They put the Zombies out. That was the 80s edition.
Yeah, it's like an 80s roller coaster theme park one.
Loaded in the group. We got the squad. We're loading in. Round 1 starts. And you hear, Day. And I'm like, come on, man. Not give us at least 10 minutes into the new. And he's like, guys, that's not me. and you look down in the corner on the right of the screen, and it says violent films day after day, and I'm like, that proved it. So when the zombies came out, and they had the upgrade box to make the level harder because we was on extreme, just running through it, and I was like, you think they make it tougher? I was like, yeah, they ain't got nothing for us.
Yeah.
Next update, there's just a random box that says, oh, you think you want this harder? And I'm like, they're there.
That's wild. Now, with all this video gaming, what is Twitch like for you guys?
You know what? I haven't even broke onto that scene.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nope.
Yep.
What about the podcast? Y'all aren't doing anything with the podcast on Twitch?
No. Like I said, we're just getting into the video aspect of it.
So y'all gonna get the OBS and everything set up?
Yeah, we're going.
And I apologize to you guys because there was a dude here, tall guy. He has a purple shirt on his podcast called "What the Shit" or something.
Yeah.
That dude is the overlay king. Like, we're setting all that stuff up and getting your little Steam Deck or mini deck, whatever you decide to get set up for all that. So definitely, if you didn't catch him, his name's Derry. Well, we won't say him later because he's got warrants out. But
It's awesome.
And get in touch with him because he's a local guy. You know, he's just up in Canton, which it ain't far from you and I. Me, but
Actually, he moved away from Canton last month.
Witness protection.
Witness protection. He might be in Ward County, West Virginia. Now, getting deeper into things, so we talked about movies and we talked about Dumb and Dumber, and it was a Chris Farley movie.
Tommy Boy, baby.
Tommy Boy. So we talked about both of them, so we got those out the way. But this is what I need y'all to do right now. Y'all are on the spot. Top 5 movies, starting with you.
Top 5 movies?
Yes, Tasker.
Of all time?
Yes, top 5. And we need reasons too, so this podcast will be a little bit longer.
God, well, I'm going to go no particular order.
Okay.
So, The Dark Knight's up there for me. What? No? I got The Dark Knight in there, and then for me, Joker is in there. I really love that movie. And then I'd have to go with The New Guy. That's that childhood favorite of mine, and I've loved it ever since. 3. I don't know, like...
There's some cartoon movie you like, some anime movie or something.
Oh, yeah, there's one
that's I'm trying to think of, and
he talks about this shit all the time, and he's like, because I hate it, and he loves it.
I love anime too. She hates it.
Well, I can't believe he ain't said it, because...
You're going to have to say it, because I don't remember now. I go blank on this now for some
Far
reason.
From Home?
No Way Home?
No Way Home.
I wouldn't put that in my top 5.
He knew it instantly, though, because he was like...
I thought you were going to say Spirited Away or something like that.
always gets the names wrong.
I always do that to him, so...
I'd put The Shining in there for mine, and then American Psycho.
Okay, I can do American Psycho. I can see that.
Yeah, so...
Okay, so, like I said, I got my Mustang Jackson channel because I'm a car guy. So I hit you with the Nicolas Cage going in 60 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, man, that's just awesome. And then you drop back American Graffiti. That's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Okay, I can
George
see that.
Lucas, yeah. And so you got the greats in it. And then like him, The Dark Knight, when you get in Christopher Nolan. And I mean, just that's my director. That's I mean, love.
Oh, crap. Madden time out on the field. Is Stacey my co-host in the building? Where are you, Stacey? Stacey, I need you to turn on the mic for this, please. No. Or maybe just use my mic. This man said Christopher Nolan, and what was that movie we seen that was a 3-hour waste of time?
You don't say it.
Oppenheimer?
Oh, don't you do it.
Are you telling me you're an Oppenheimer fan?
Listen,
I sat through that movie and I could not understand what was going on.
Loved it.
As a person that has no idea and doesn't comprehend the history because I didn't pay attention in school, I despise that movie because it didn't tell me anything to make sense. For a 3-hour movie, you should have given me more. I shouldn't have had to Google or pull up a history book to know what's going on. That to me, that was one of the worst movies I have ever seen.
I'll give with you it as far as the nuclear project and the Manhattan Project. Christopher Nolan didn't expect you to know a little bit about that because of everything that's been done on it. Because if you're a Watchmen fan, right?
You're right.
Dr. Manhattan, like the Manhattan, Dr. Manhattan, that's what he was that molecular level.
Yep.
So he did kind of expect you to know history going into it. That, yeah.
Right.
Because I knew a lot of that with Los Alamos and the Demon Corps and a lot of the atomic work and then all the scientists and stuff, but that's because of my engineering background.
Right. Like if you know the history and you remember the stuff that you were taught in school, it probably would have been a great movie. But for me, as someone that doesn't pay attention to things like that when they needed to, I didn't.
Yeah, and I can totally
yeah.
I can totally understand that.
Definitely.
I mean, we even have on her show a diss track against Oppenheimer. Like, we got out there, and this is my thing, because I'm really deep into cinema too. I'm a Criterion guy. That's how deep I go into movies. So I like Christopher Nolan. I love everything he's done. Dark Knight, I give it its respect, but it is Batman Returns to me, like in that little anthology there. It is the Batman Returns to me. It is not the original Batman. So in that Dark Knight, I mean, I understand that Shaw's movie and all that stuff, but the last one with Bane and everything.
Yeah, and you're in a large group of people that feel the exact same way.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, Tom Hardy sucked, man. And I'm like, I will fight you.
Right. Now, I like him. I like Tom Hardy as Venom.
I'll say you don't want to go there.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah.
All right, and look, we even cut. Listen, the reason that her and I like got big into this, and we did Godzilla, but Morbius, that god awful movie.
Oh no, don't do this thing. See, I love that movie.
Hey, listen, and Madam Spider, when it comes out, I seen the clips for it. When we get it on boot, when
we go to the movie theater, pay full price for it.
Yes.
Enjoy everything there.
Yeah, definitely that one downtown Park Place.
Yeah.
No. I'll be honest. We like the one in Southridge if we got to do something. Because what are their HDX or whatever they got out there? We don't, because in West Virginia we don't have.
You don't get IMAX or
Yeah,
we don't get the
AMC.
fancy stuff.
Yeah.
You're lucky if the seat tilts.
Yeah, right. And it has a cup holder with the bottom not blowed out of it.
And one thing I'll throw in about films, if you do get a chance, anybody that's visiting West Virginia, Spencer has the largest running movie theater for however long.
Yeah. For the hit, like from its creation in I think it was like 1930. When we was 36?
I want to say 36 or 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cute little theater. I've been by
it's
it.
very cool.
Never went inside.
I'll see. You can
what
stop
about-
and just take a selfie.
Well, let me tell you, what you used to go on 4 years ago, they used to have McDonald's here that had pizza like you can get at the one out here.
Yeah, 100%.
We're 100%. So we would go there. We would leave St. Albans and go all the way out there just to the theater, go get pizza and all that stuff. When the pizza cut out, I ended up moving up to Parkersburg area, and then I ended up in Ward County. Really too close, 20 minutes, 30 minutes away. And the pizza's gone.
Yeah,
So I don't
right. McDonald's took it from us.
Yeah, so that was one thing there.
Just like the nacho cheese.
Yeah, just like the nacho cheese you can get in Glenville. They used to have a cheese sauce. You can't get it no more? That's why we don't go over to Glenville. We don't go on 79 much unless we're going over to Summersville.
But yeah, that's like when you used to go to Pizza Hut and get garlic butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that went away and it was like Little Caesars.
So
But yeah, it's like we got sidetracked, which I mean that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But as finishing out my other two favorite movies
Yeah.
is Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
Like, oh my God, I've watched that a million times over, and then The Shawshank Redemption.
Okay. And if you go to where is it? In Ohio, Mansfield. Is that where you go to see the prison and all that?
Moundsville?
No, Mansfield. Isn't that where the prison was at? For
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm with you now.
Yeah,
I left West Virginia for a minute after I see.
yeah, Mansfield. So I was like, the close ties there. Now let's do some West Virginia questions real quick. First one: soda or pop?
See, I'm pop.
Soda.
All right. Now, Stacey, this is your question.
What's my question?
You know the thing about if you pack something or carry it?
He makes fun of me because I asked him, I said, will you pack my bag?
Yeah.
Like to carry it somewhere.
Yeah.
He said, no, I'm not
Okay.
going to pack your bag. We're not going anywhere.
I got you.
Okay.
All right, you say,
Yeah.
wait, you gonna pack this with you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
So you say pack instead of carry, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna pack this to the car with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what do you say?
I go both really, kind of like.
Which one do you really want to be with?
choose a side.
Carry or choose a side?
Yeah.
Choose a
Well, I'm
side.
trying to think here, and I think I'm going pack. Like I think I say,
Wow,
yeah, I
three
think I say,
against one.
I think I say pack more often.
That's why none of y'all are invited to Bluefield.
That's why we're the only original West Virginia people, Mr. Virginia.
My granny's from Princeton originally. So.
Come out of your granny's nuts.
All right, so. All right, so real quick to wrap this up, we need y'all to do this. Give a special shout out to the people in y'all's lives that have helped y'all along with your podcast. And if nobody's helped you in your life, an inanimate object that could be your Xbox Elite controller, your PlayStation Scrub controller, or yourself.
Yeah, so my shout out would definitely be my wife Jessica. Like, she's undyingly supported all the wild ass ideas that I do. Like, I'm that typical, you see the guy in the movie that is the inventor that done 100 different things, wasted all their money on it, and then has a stockpile of shit in their garage. That's me. Okay. So, like, I definitely gotta give her props for being like, yeah, put all that on the credit card. Get all this, let's see where it goes.
Well, so, my shout out would be to my dad, who got me into the whole movies and stuff like that, and my sister Amber, who kind of helps us design our podcast logo and stuff like that. So shout out to them.
I'm kind of upset that you had a techno background for a second while you were talking.
Yeah, and where it even came from.
Yeah, I don't even know where it came from just that quick. Oh yeah, do the shameless plug real quick. Where can we find you guys, meet and greet y'all across the internet?
Yeah, so obviously we cast with Buzzsprout, so you're going to hit us on all the major platforms: Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio,
Pandora?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're on Pandora, and then a lot of other little ones that I'm not even sure what they are.
Podcast Guru, Good Pods,
I think it is on Good
Yeah,
Pod.
it should be
Fountain
pretty
FM.
much.
Are y'all part of the Podcast 2.0 movement?
Yeah, you got us there, bro.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, and other than that, like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, we're getting all that rolling out. So, and then you hit any cons that's in that tri-state area, you will see us there.
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
be there.
Sorry, we're moving around again. Sorry. Drop your name of your podcast and the best way to reach out to you.
Okay, yeah, so Frank Opinions with Adam and Tasker.
Okay.
Best way to get with us, Instagram DMs.
Yep, 100%.
Only for Tasker, though. Now, on that note, I would like to do this for the show. I need y'all to do the outro. Let's do your show at the end. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for you guys listening to this. It's been a great time. I greatly appreciate y'all having us on here and taking this time with us and bestowing all this knowledge that I got from you. Being here at the Podfest and just hanging out with you guys. Super cool. Got that hospitality that I expect from West Virginia and the support. So I can't thank you guys enough.
Oh yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah,
Greatly
always.
appreciate it.
And on that note, I'm JR. We're signing off.
Please follow WV Uncommonplace on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, TikTok, where we have some great content, Facebook, LinkedIn. Hit up the merch store at uncommonplace.square.site. Join the email list from the website, and rate, subscribe, and give feedback from your favorite podcatcher. And lastly, thanks for listening, and tune into the next episode.